everyone. What's up? Live from Massachusetts, it's Friday night. I just pulled a rune card for myself and I got a blank rune. I'm trying to figure out what that means. See? It's blank. There's nothing on it. I guess it's like a blank slate. Whatever you want can manifest. Anyway, I'm going to pull a rune card for the collective. Thanks for being here. What's going on? Tons of stuff. As per usual. Yeah, I actually am late. That's why you were early enough. I'm actually late. I had a client, and then I just had to get organized. Let's pull a rune card to get started. And I'll figure out what that blank rune is all about. Runes are from Viking times, and these are from a company called Tamed Wild. Hello, hello, hello! Happy Friday! Every 19 of us. Oh, well, it's up to 47 already. That was quick. And I didn't even give you guys fair warning that I was coming on. Usually I'm here on Fridays. So I hope you had a wonderful day. It's pretty chilly here, but you know, it is winter, and it gets dark at about 4. Hi. Hi. I'm glad I'm here. I'm always glad I'm here. It's a fun Friday night. I'm going to pick a rune card for the collective. So right now we have the moon in the sign of Cancer. So it's a very emotional time. Brittany Greiner was released. I predicted that she'd be released in December. I don't know which video that was. I should document these things. And I also predicted that the war would be over. The end of January, February, I kind of see an end to it. Our card for today is, this is for the collective, Urus. It's called Urus. Hi. Happy holiday season. And this is about adaptability and healing and overcoming and triumph. So the collective energy is there is magic and power in your primordial core. Magic and power. The seat of all creation. Well, I guess, you know, when I pulled a blank rune for myself a little while ago, that's kind of what that would be indicative of too. Blank slate. There's magic and power in your primordial core, the seat of all creation. Call upon this energy to infuse yourself with the strength, fierceness, and the driving will required to manifest that which heals, sustains, expands, and elevates. And the invocation for this Urus card is, I'm going to say we instead of I. We command, we create, we draw our will from above and our fire from below. Our purpose fuels our stampede. Our clarity guides us true. With every meeting of sky and earth, the bones of the past are pulverized, alchemized, cleansed, and purified. Tarot card associated is the Magician, Strength, the Star, and Ace of Wands. So this is really about the collective energy, recognizing that we are creating the reality that we wish to have happen through our thoughts. I talk about that all the time. What do you guys want to talk about? Thank you, Lisa Sharp. Yes, it is my birthday. And I worked, and that's when I'm happiest. Let's hear for the Sagittarians, all the Sagittarians out there. The cards that wanted to be with us tonight are Llewellyn, Will Cinema the Traitor. By the way, I just got an email from Michael Moore about cinema. The traitor be recalled after Katie Hobbs becomes governor. You should not be allowed to change parties until your term is over. Well, oh, the word is out. Everyone's wishing me a happy birthday. Why are you saying Celine Dion? I think we're related. Celine Dion looks like my family members, so I think we are related. Let's see. I don't know if it's illegal for somebody to change. Does anybody know? Mimi Rose is saying that it's not okay for somebody to change their party. So she's changing to independent. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Now my birthday feels complete. Celine Dion is sick. What are you talking about, Cheryl? Is she sick? I don't know. Yes, this is my birthday blouse. What do you think? It's a dress. I thought it looked very party-like. And this is my party. You're all at my party. It should be illegal, but then I'm remembering Devin Nunes left his position, his representative. I don't remember what role he was playing. Do you remember? Do you remember Devin Nunes just split to go run Truth Social? She has Celine Dion has a rare disease. Huh. Oh my goodness, I didn't hear that. Is that recent? Yeah, she didn't look well. She looks very, very thin. And I think Celine Dion, my cousin said we're related. They traced it. I guess they tracked it. She looked really thin, and I think that she really has been struggling since she lost Renee, her husband, yesterday. Oh, okay. I hadn't heard that. Is it terminal? Thank you, Roberta. It's a dress. You know, Marshalls. Kind of an impulse thing. Stiff person syndrome. Gosh, that's awful. We'll send healing to Celine Dion. It does work. By the way, on that note, we have been praying and intending for things, for healings in the United States, and we have been seeing results. So let's just keep those prayers going. Yeah, we'll send healing to Celine Dion. I mean, it does work. Okay, so these are the cards that wanted to come out tonight. You heard one say it was 6 to 24 years. Oh, I'm sort of missing what you're talking about. She needs a miracle and prayer. She's a very religious person. She's a very strong Catholic. Let's go to the news. Well, since everyone is concerned about Celine Dion, let's pull a card for her. See what's up. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. A couple of my sisters took me out to dinner last Sunday, so that was it was fun. It was really great. Devin Nunes, what I was saying about Devin Nunes was that he just exited his position. I don't remember what position he was in, if he was a senator or... I don't think he was a senator. But he left to go to Truth Social. So my point was that I don't know if Kirsten Sinema changing parties in the middle of her term is illegal. Yes, the Dion families, my grandfather had 13 in his family. My great-great-grandfather was from Quebec. And they were all musicians and storytellers. So, Celine Dion, the Seven of Wands, it looks like they're going to find... I'm reading all your... I'm reading all your cool chats. This is the Seven of Wands. This is indicative that Celine Dion will have all the means necessary, all the best medicine and the newest developments that are being researched to treat this disease, whatever she has. So there's that. So that's good news for her. Did I make a wish? Yeah, I did make a wish. Hi, Mario. Let's see. Are we cousins, Cheryl Clark? Did I miss something? Yeah, this deck is a Llewellyn Tarot deck. I wouldn't rather be anyplace else on my birthday but here. Keystone Pipeline had an oil sand spill between Kansas and Nebraska border. Let's pick 3 cards about the environment. Thank you, Electra Storm. Of course I'd rather be here than anyone else on my birthday because I probably will get more birthday wishes than I've had in my entire life here. We're going to take a look at the environment because I didn't hear about the pipeline spill. I wish my chat would just stay on. Keystone Pipeline has an oil... Well, we always knew that would happen in a river. We're going to take 3 cards about the environment and whether we're going to get off coal and oil. And the tar sands and all that. It's really remarkable, you know, 'cause I was driving back like home the other night, and well, I guess it was Wednesday night because the moon was full, and I noticed how high the tides were, and I was also noticing that the tides were really high, and it was about 55 degrees at night. So here we are. I'm going to give you all a blanket thank you for the happy birthdays, or I'll just keep saying thank you. Here we are in December. It's a little cold out, but it's not unusually cold. It's just winter cold. Still above average. And it's 55 degrees, you know, in December most days. And the sea level is rising. And I don't know, I just had this moment where I was like, I can't believe we're not doing really anything to address this to the level that it needs to be addressed. So that's what we're looking at cards about right now. Thank you. I'm feeling the good vibes, really. The 6 of Swords is when the sea level rises enough that it's really noticeable. That's when we'll take action. See, this card is like a boat going through the ocean, and there's all this fog, and fog happens when the air is warm. That's why when you go to places that are very, very warm, there's a lot of humidity. We'll be forced to work hard on the environmental crisis, the climate crisis that we're in. This is the 8 of Pentacles. This is us getting down to work. And this is a kind of work card that once you get really sunk into doing the work, it is, you're all in and you're all focused and you just really, it's kind of like single track mind. This is about the environment. When the sea level starts rising to a place where, to a point where things get uninhabitable, that's actually when significant action will be taken. This is the working very hard and very vigilantly, and the 10 of Cups means that we'll have to come together as a world. It does look like it will happen. I'm seeing a lot of action in 2023. Thank you, Yvette. So in 2023, a few months into 2023, it looks like we're going to see a major shift in laws and legislation and, you know, world leaders coming together to address the climate change. But it's not going to be until we really see the sea level rising. We're so far behind. We're so far behind. There's Chuck with the great. Because time itself is like a spiral, something special happens on your birthday each year. The same energy that God invested in you at birth is present once again. That's a great quote. Thank you for that. I'm going to go back and save it in the live chat. About 14 minutes in, I'll have to remember that. I just see that with global climate change, you know, we are too late to the game. We're going to lose land. No cake and ice cream. We're going to lose land. A funny thing is, I have housemates, and it's my housemate's birthday too, so we had some cake this morning for breakfast. And then I did a session for someone else who had a birthday today, so it was an interesting day. It's a really great time to get a reading. On your birthday, get a reading. Who else has a birthday out there this month or today? Let us know. So global climate change, well, here's the thing. It looks good for the Democrats, and I'm seeing action taken on global climate change, because that means that Joe Biden is having some success with his initiatives there. For some reason, I wanted to choose 3 more cards about that. Like I'm going to choose 3 more cards about what's going to happen with the environment and climate change in the United States in terms of what kinds of actions will be taken and if will be taken enough action. But this reading will also be indicative of how the Democrats are doing. If it is your birthday month, I just want to say, or if your birthday's today, I just want to say it is a great time to get a reading. Your granddaughter's tomorrow, as if on cue. She's turning 18. Are you crying about that? Don't cry. Why are you crying? Yes, I actually had the same cake. I actually had the same cake that I had for my church of spirituality. This past Sunday, I celebrated 2 years of my church. Aww, you're so sweet. Thank you. You guys restore my faith in humanity, honestly. She's your baby. Oh, well, they all grow up, you know. So this is, okay, the 5 of Wands. All right, so what I'm seeing, because I'm asking about the role of the Democrats in addressing global climate change with the rest of the world. Will they succeed? And this is the 5 of Wands. This is the challenge card. When the 5 of Wands comes up, I often think about hard-won battles. Not like actual battles, like physical battles, but a lot of challenges from the Republicans regarding when it comes to global climate change initiatives. The message is going to be so strong that something has to be done. They will not be able to not do anything. They will not be able to not agree. But it's after some hard-fought battles with the Republicans that the Democrats get to, get their initiatives going. I see the Republicans just continuing to be in denial about global climate change, and don't even get me started. I say as if I'm not going to start. About John Kennedy from Louisiana. I saw a little clip of him making fun of people that are so-called woke. I don't know if any of you saw this. John Kennedy in Louisiana. I hate that he has that name, because it kind of taints the name of JFK. But anyway, yeah, Sinema has an identity crisis. So John Kennedy of Louisiana, who has the most horrible accent and just is such a fake, dumb person. I'm not being mean, it's just obvious. Was making fun of people. Wildflower, did you see that? When he was making fun of people and calling them woke, because it was like, oh my gosh, sin of all sins. They go to work and they have bags of kale. Sandwich bags of kale. Which is completely ridiculous. And so what if they do? And what's wrong with kale? I love kale. So I guess I'm woke because I love kale. Crazy. But I do see the Democrats. I mean, this is not a time for us to go back to sleep. This is a time for us to be woke, right? And these Republicans that are making fun of people that eat kale, well, how's your health doing? Not eating any kale, Republicans. It's just such a stupid thing to say. It's like, it's just indicative that they don't know what else to say, so they say stupid stuff. But I see progress. I like halfway into the summer, we're gonna see a lot more progress on global climate change. He said that's not kale in those baggies. I guess I missed his show from last night. That's funny. So the clip was kind of going around. Well, he probably, John Kennedy in Louisiana probably could have said cannabis, but maybe he thought better of it. I love kale. I put kale in my soup. I put kale in my salad. Make kale chips sometimes. Those are really good. All right. So I mentioned Brittany Greiner being released was something that I predicted would happen in December. I'm so happy. We're so happy when our positive predictions happen just because, you know, that needed to happen. And he's a Gumby face. Oh gosh, John Kennedy. Some of these people are ugly inside and out, just in terms of how hateful they are. And I'm not being mean. It's just they're so hateful that it oozes from their pores and it makes them look ugly. Even if they're handsome. Kale is good in soups. Oh yeah, I make soup all the time. Oh, you guys are so nice. So nice. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Kennedy is your senator. Yeah, I don't know why he fakes his accent. It is pretty strong. These glasses are dirty. So Brittany Greiner gets released, and the Republicans have a problem with that. So I want everybody to be aware that they're showing us who they truly are. They're not even hiding it. And so we have to speak out. These glasses are dirty too. Pardon me. They chose to come to Earth this way. Not just that. They chose to come to Earth this way, and they have no concept that what goes around comes around. There's this thing, it's called karma. And when you're mean and hateful... Yeah, I'm going to read on the trade of that person. Thank you. Don't they know? I'm just pretty astounded at how these Republicans don't understand. I mean, when we're nice, it's kind of in the back of our mind, when we're nice and ethical and compassionate and kind and moral, that's what we get in return. Thank you. That's what they get in return, right? So it feels good to be nice and good. Little endorsement. These work really good on your glasses. They're called Peeps. Yeah, so I know, and they're just showing how racist they are too. So this is my perception of what's going on. The universe is calling us to stand up for what is right and true and loving and good. Because when somebody's being horrible, we can't just sit by and let them continue to be horrible and hurtful, right? We're going to read about the Republicans. I don't know why I'm reading on the Republicans tonight, but we're going to read on the Republicans. Yes, I'm late tonight too. I usually am on at 7 Eastern. How the Republicans are going to fare in the face of saying heinous things about Brittany Greiner. What did she ever do to them? Thank you, Chrisanne. What's going to happen to the Republicans from this horrible behavior? There's so much of it going around. But I'm telling you, it's being highlighted so we stand up and we fight against it. Oh, okay, so this is what's going to happen with the Republicans that are being so awful. They don't need to do this. They could just say nothing. Yeah, they do it. It's right there in our faces. They could just say nothing, you know, like Michael Moore was saying, and it reminded me that I heard that growing up. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything. But in the face of Republicans acting this way and saying these horrible things about Brittany Greiner, Joe Biden is going to excel and look like the hero. And that's what they're really going to come to Jesus meeting with the universe say. Republicans are really going to look bad to most people because most people are nice. The Ace of Wands. What's going to be clearly communicated? Was the absolute right thing to do? The Four of Wands. I'm getting the sense about the Republicans that are being so horrible. It's like if they say another horrible thing, then they sort of drift further away. Another horrible thing, they kind of drift further away. And it's just, you know, when something's melting, it's like it loses its substance. Yeah, good point. Mimi Rose. Yes, it's my birthday. Thank you. I didn't have any other plans. I'd rather be with you guys. That's the truth. Trump helped to release 5,000 Taliban from prison. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. But there's no comparing and contrasting. There's no logic. There's no sense to what the Republicans are saying. But I feel like most people are sensible and most people see. Most people are compassionate. Most people, thanks, Fun Blue. Most people feel as though, you know, what if that was a family member of mine? Or, you know, what if that was me? Another Sag! Yay, let's hear it for the Sages. Most people, a bell for the Sages. Beau of the fifth column, I can't watch him because he just makes me feel bad. Nothing against him, it's just that I need more positivity. The truth seekers, that's for sure. Sagittarians are the truth seekers. So it looks like the Republicans are going to be, I just see them slipping away in terms of people being interested in them. Give me a thumbs up for my birthday. Your North Node is in Sag. Oh, interesting. Not an astrologer, but I think that sounds good. So Brittany Greiner, so we want to look at Paul Whelan. I want to ask the pendulum. I do feel like Paul Whelan will be released, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be in a very long time from now. Will Paul Whelan be released? I'm getting absolutely yes. Yeah, the bell works sometimes. Brittany's she didn't do anything to anyone. Okay, so, yeah, I know. I'm just reading the chat. And so Whelan will be released. Yeah, Trump didn't do anything. All right. I'm sorry. I keep reading your kind words. And I'm trying to do both. Okay, so, and I appreciate it. Paul Whelan will be released. And we're going to take a look at, will he be released this month? It won't be December. I do feel that Trump is going to get indicted this month. Will Paul Whelan be released in January? It's not looking like January. He was a Trumper. Well, you know, I don't wish for him to be in a foreign Russian prison, that's for sure. And of course I wouldn't want that for anybody. You wouldn't want that for your worst enemy. Okay, Paul Whelan, will he be released and I'm getting no on January. Will Paul Whelan be released in February? It looks like February. It looks like he'll be released. My pendulum matches my shirt. I'm good like that. I tend to match things. I noticed that. It's kind of subconscious. I love this pendulum. It looks like, yeah, you heard someone say Biden could find a cure for cancer and they'd still have a problem with that. Thank you, Lisa Sharp. You put it in a very succinct way. That's a good point that I was trying to make, but I couldn't figure out how to make it. It's Stacey Abrams' birthday today too, right? Oh, wonderful women. Hi, Mindy. It looks like Whelan will be released in February. So just FYI, I usually come on live on Friday night, and it's usually 7 Eastern time, but I was running a little late today for no particular reason. The war in Ukraine. The war on Ukraine. Putin's war on Ukraine. Putin is getting more and more and more heinous. Yeah, but that was a good way to put it. You know, Joe Biden could find... I mean, look at Dr. Fauci. Like, Joe Biden could find a cure for cancer and they'd still have a problem with it. Look at Dr. Fauci, what they put him through. And I know that was the contributing factor to him stepping down and retiring. Because he would have kept going if he was, you know, not getting death death threats, I think. Sagittarians are the truth seekers. So Putin was gloating today. I didn't see the news. You may have seen it, but I noticed that in the news he had a glass of champagne and he was glorifying all this murder that Putin was doing that. Did anybody see that? He was being just awful. So I'm looking at 3 cards about Putin's war on Ukraine and what's going on. Did you see that, Wildflower Wind? I didn't see it. I was in my car, so I couldn't see the video. I just heard them talking about it. Well, Roxy saying maybe Paul Whelan's dilemma is part of his life plan or karma and he will learn that lesson. That is... Yeah, Putin looks terrible. That is the case, like, when Putin attacked Ukraine, and we were all so upset at the suffering, like we're always upset at the suffering of our fellow human beings, you know, so many heinous things happen. And my guide said to me, they just made the point. I heard we've all been through lifetimes like that. Just perspective, you know, we don't know what we've been through in our past lifetimes. It was just like, it was an interesting point. So this is a King of Swords. I'm asking about Putin's war in Ukraine. What's going on with that? The people around him are, I see they're conspiring. The people around Putin are conspiring to remove his power. I actually feel an airplane taking Putin somewhere. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like the Russian Federation, which always reminds me of Star Wars, the evil empire. I see the people around Putin conspiring with each other in serious secret. Like, it's almost like they think that Putin can read their minds. Maybe he can. I don't know who that is. Sorry, I know I keep going back and forth. I don't know who Mark Fogel is. So I don't feel like they're gonna like assassinate Putin, but I feel like what they are doing is they're conspiring to remove him from power. And I actually keep seeing this like a small, fast airplane. Are they gonna whisk Putin away somewhere? The guys are saying they're going to whisk Putin away somewhere, and it feels like it's at his request. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that, Mark Fogel. There are a lot of prisoners of war. And just, you know, Americans captured overseas. It's a risky thing. Not these glasses, these glasses. So, and I see Putin being whisked away in a little plane to a different country, and it feels like it's got, tropical weather. There's somebody that they've decided, the people around Putin, I guess it would be the Russian Federation, they've decided to put this other person there as kind of a placeholder. So interesting. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna whisk, I have the sense that they're gonna talk Putin into getting out of Russia. Is it going to be because the war is going so badly? Yes, it's going to be because the war is going so badly. Make a prison exchange Putin for Trump. That's hilarious. Yes. Because the war is going so badly. That would be a Sagittarius, Chuck. It feels a little bit like dropping him off on an island. That's weird. Because the war is going so badly, I feel him being whisked away on an airplane. Are we going to know about it? Are we going to hear about it? Wait, let's ask this. Is it health related that they send him away? Yes, it's health related. I'll get to that in it. Not many people with our name. Alright, just to recap what the guides are telling me is that there are people around Putin, they keep saying the Russian Federation, that are conspiring as to what to do about Putin. And I feel like they're going to, for entertainment purposes only, right? $100 to UNICEF. Good for you. Oh, not UNICEF. UNHCR. This is why I need my glasses. For what? Oh, that's great. Sending warm clothes to Ukraine. So they decide that he needs to go out of the country for two reasons. One is that the war is going so badly. And the other is that he's very, very sick. To Guantanamo. It feels like he's being whisked away. He will be whisked away to some place that's a warm place like South America. That's what I'm picking up. And that they are, the Russian Federation, or whatever they call themselves, have somebody in mind to sit in Putin's seat. And those birds in the background are giving me an ominous feeling. Like Russia's going to be very vulnerable. I'm not sure why I'm picking that up so much. But they've already planned for Putin's exit. They've already planned for Putin's exit. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm telling you, this work is very interesting. It's very interesting. What? I'm kind of feeling South America. Is it South America? It feels like they already know where they're going to send him. No, it feels like a warm place. Is it if I'm getting that it's South America, I think that that's right. Wait, you heard they were thinking of that? Who was thinking? I'm getting the Russian Federation was thinking. Is it Argentina? Not Argentina. Is it Venezuela? Are they thinking about getting Putin over to it looks like Venezuela. Oh, so okay, so let's ask about Mark Fogel, who's been in a Russian prison since last year. Chuck, that's cute. That's great. The summer and your winter days. Mark Fogel, will he be released from the Russian prison? Will Mark Fogel be released from a Russian prison? Will he be released? So far I'm getting no. That doesn't mean that won't change. Where's St. Kitts? I'm not sure where that is. Anyway, that's interesting because I do feel. Let's ask the pendulum. Because I was getting that the war in Ukraine will be over in January. Is it January? Yeah, I think the end of January. Well, I have the pendulum out. Will Trump be indicted? Will Trump be indicted? Trump will be indicted. Will he be indicted like I'd seen before, the third week in December? Is that still looking probable? It's not St. Kitts. I see Putin being whisked off to Venezuela to die. Trump will be indicted the third week in December. I'm going to read more about that. He's losing his mind. Donald Trump is losing his mind. Oh, that's an interesting point. He was sipping Putin was sipping champagne as a farewell party. Maybe. Let's see. Let's throw our theories out. Was it a farewell party? No, it wasn't a farewell party. I don't know why he was sipping champagne. Is it your birthday too? Steph R? 9's a powerful number. It indicates an old soul. Let's see. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Ukraine. So it's really a step up for Time Magazine that Zelensky is a man of the year in Ukraine. The people of Ukraine. Remember last year who it was? Who can tell me? Because I'll tell you, I know who it was last year because I was just having a big fit about it. Oh, is that what it was? Putin was champagning for the arms dealer release? I don't get that Putin's going to be alive to... What do you mean? Is my throat okay? What are you talking about? I don't think Putin's going to be alive. Are you talking to me, Cheryl? To see the arms dealer get to work. Get back to work doing the what was he, the death something? Yes, Elon Musk was, Elon Musk was the man of the year last year, and I went on this huge rant about it. If you go to, I think it's probably the Bridge K Band videos from last year, you'll hear me ranting about it. Yeah, my throat's fine. Why are you asking me that? I don't understand. I'm fine. I'm not sick or anything. Am I presenting like... I did have a cough drop just because of, you know, being a singer, you know, used to having cough drops just to... Yes, Musk was the man of the year. Yeah, Donny Osmond's birthday also. So, all right. So Zelensky is man of the year, and I'm going to ask about Russia. Oh yeah, I rant. Oh, I'm a ranter. I'm ranting for all of you. Let's see. Ukraine. I'm pulling 3 cards about Ukraine. This is indicative, thank you, Sarah. This is indicative of good things coming for Ukraine. This war in Ukraine has brought the world, has brought NATO together, made NATO stronger. This isn't the way we want things to happen. We have the sun for Ukraine. Zelensky is an absolute hero. He's like a superhero. What he's had to endure. Remember when the war first started and he was just like, they wanted his head. They wanted Putin, who had assassination plans for Zelensky. Amazing. The Four of Wands. Yeah, I mean, they're holding steady. Ukraine is holding steady. But these are winning cards. These are really winning cards. So... you know, they have got a long road to hoe, that's for sure. But they are. I'm wondering. Okay. Will the war on Ukraine be over? I didn't give a time frame. It says yes. January. Will the war in Ukraine be over in December? Is it going to be over in December? No. Is it going to be over in January? February? Yeah, I'm still getting the same on that. I feel like the war on Ukraine will be over January, February-ish. I'm still getting that pretty consistently. So we're going to look at Trump real quick. Let's look at how Trump is doing. Somebody said he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's see. How's Donald J. Trump doing? Something's coming in quickly for him. Like I said, it's going to be extremely challenging. That's a great quote by Carl Jung. I love it. They will get their land back. This is about Trump. Big challenges. Let me tell you something. This card, when this card comes up, and it's come up a few times so far in this short amount of time we've been together. The 10 of Wands, the 5 of Wands is indicative of a struggle But there's a good outcome. Thank you, Kara. There's a good outcome. I haven't ranted too much lately. These are the Llewellyn tarot cards. They're really beautiful. I checked the pendulum to see which cards to use, and they said very clearly this one. So Trump, the law is coming in on him very quickly. He's going to be in defensive mode like he always is. But look, this man is handicapped. This is about Trump being sort of, cornered, walls closing in, which has been happening for some time now. And these challenges are going to make our country stronger in a certain way. Thank you, Toady. And the Chariot, when this card comes up, that's going to happen quickly. This is not going to be slow as molasses on Trump. And the other night I got a really strong hit. And I couldn't shake it. And this really strong hit that I got last night was when the chips start falling like dominoes with the legal issues and the indictments for Trump and the amount of crimes. It's just like one after another after another. When they start coming in, it's just we're going to be sitting back going, wow. I don't know, when you see something that's just incredible, this is not related, but last night I saw a short clip. Tell me if any of you saw this. There's a Brazilian surfer who just set the Guinness Book of World Records record for the largest wave ever surfed. I couldn't figure out how to share it. See if you can come across that. It's a Brazilian surfer who is... Oh yeah, Sandy, I was totally confident about the special counsel. I had already gotten the download that Merrick Garland knew what he was doing. This surfer who was surfing set a world's record, and it looked like he was surfing a mountain. It was crazy. Look it up. So when all these indictments and subpoenas start coming down around Trump, that's how we're just going to be like, wow, like that. Oh, that's a good question. I forget where he was surfing. I probably couldn't find it if I tried to look it up. No, actually, I can find it because I sent it to somebody. I'm going to tell you what this is. I do have it. Brazilian surfer Rodrigo Koxa breaks world record for biggest wave ever surfed. Check it out. You could just Google Brazilian surfer on YouTube. Anyway, I brought that up because I was talking about being in awe of something, and I was actually talking about the legal matters against Trump. Reminded me of that. So let's take a look at a little bit more about that. Jack Smith is single-minded, really knows what he's doing, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried. The message you sent via Corey, I don't think so. The waves do keep coming, so learn to surf. I like that. No, Lisa, I don't think I got that message. SaveSoil.org. We need to save the planet's topsoil so we don't have world hunger. I'm going to take 3 cards about Jack Smith. Trying to remember what the date was. Sending white light to everyone. That's so sweet. Well, I'm pulling cards about Jack Smith, the prosecutor, and I have the universe. This is all karmic. This is all preordained in a certain way. The cards. All right, Linda. The cards. I haven't had much luck with collaborations. Just so you know, I don't know. I'm trying not to take it personally. The cards are saying about Jack Smith. This is in universal order. This is in divine order. And the star is a card that I say is the United States. So he's single-minded. Jack Smith has the energy of, I'm going to get in there and save this country. In a certain way. Jack Smith is having to enlist people to help him with the deluge of how much material he has to go through. So the only frustration that Jack Smith is having has to do with there's so many piles of stuff to go through, and he could use a little bit more help. So send positive vibes to Jack Smith that he has more helpers, more little like elves, more little helpers to help him to prosecute. So you're a new hero. He's like a superhero. He's like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger or something. I don't know. Underdog. But it looks like he needs more help. And I do remember that there was a time that I saw Merrick Garland, this was many months ago, asking for, right after he got appointed, I saw Merrick Garland, after Merrick got appointed, needing more help, more resources. And then I think, mountains of evidence. And I think that he asked the Biden administration for more financial resources to do all the DOJ's work about the insurrection and everything. And there was a full moon a few days ago. And I heard that, well, let me look at cards about it. I heard that Merrick Garland asked for more money and more funding and more sources to do all this work, like more lawyers and stuff. And I don't know if the Biden administration was able to dole that out. Did they get that money? Did Merrick Garland get that money that he needed for the lawyers? It looks like yes. Okay. So they're well funded. And I'm going to pick 3 cards about what's coming down for the Trump family. He started this job back in July. Yeah. I just feel like, Cheryl, I just feel like that there's just so many piles of stuff. And I feel like Jack Smith needs more people to go through the drudgery kind of stuff. There's a movie, I forget what movie it was, but I saw a movie, and in this movie, they showed like, part of the movie was people investigating Nixon and Watergate, and they were like all night pouring under lights and documents, and it just gave me a sense of how much work. But it looks like the pendulum said that Garland got the 80 prosecutors. That's what it said. But you can't even imagine how much work it is. How much. It's crazy. Those who are awake live in a state of constant amazement. That's really true. And when you're constantly amazed, a lot of people have a problem with that. I'm just saying. It's about the Trump family. The 7 of Cups. The Trump family is trying to put on the illusion that they're just fine. The Trump family is trying to pretend they're just fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, the Llewellyn Tarot. Yeah, and I have the Llewellyn. When I'm always looking over here at my calendar for the astrology, it's from Llewellyn. It's the witches. I think I've showed it to you before. It's the witches calendar, and it's hard to get. I was smart enough to order mine in October. They're a little hard to get the more the closer it gets to the new year. So the Trump family they're acting like, oh, we'll be fine, and they might really think that they'll be fine because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? Hello. It's like, doesn't Donald Trump act like he's just going to be just fine? For my birthday last Sunday, a couple of my sisters took me out. We had such a lovely time, and it was really important that happened. That was a big deal. Thanks for asking. That's what I did. Today I worked, but I'm happy working, so didn't really do anything in particular today. This is it. This is my party. You've all come to my birthday party. Which is kind of cool. I've been saying that Trump is dirt poor for a very long time. Yeah, this is about the Trump family, and they are feeling like, oh, we're going to be just fine. But this is a card of delusions. They're delusional. The moon is, I keep on thinking back. It really, so you know how some things just stick in your mind? When Joe Biden, Inauguration Day, when Joe Biden finally got into the White House, I thought Trump was going to barricade the door and not let Joe Biden in on Inauguration Day. I'm glad I invited you to the party too. And then Donald Trump was flying away, and the Trump family was on the ground, and they were waving. Do you remember that they were crying? Do you all remember that? Thank you. Who remembers Inauguration Day when Donald Trump was flying off and the family was waving and they were crying? This is what this is about. The moon card. Thank you, Amy. It really stuck in my mind because there was so much. I should have brought cake, honestly. There was so much going on that day when, I felt like there were so many layers of implications of, oh my God, our father is leaving the White House and we're left here waving goodbye and we're crying because boy are we in big ass trouble. That's, put on your party hats. That's what I felt, was they were just really reflecting on how much trouble they were in. Melania was in black. Trump fired the butler and a Marine had to open the doors for the Bidens. Well, that would be kind of a barricade. It was unbelievable. But the thing, when we think back to that time, we'll feel better about everything that's going on, because when Donald Trump wouldn't leave office, remember? We knew he was going to dig in and not leave. I was kind of in a panic. Psychics get in a panic because nothing's 100%, right? We knew Joe Biden was going to get elected, but then election night 2020, when Trump was ahead for a little bit, when he wanted to call it, 11 o'clock at night, all the psychics were like, we called Biden, we called Biden, we called Biden. And when Trump was a little bit ahead at the beginning, which always happens, like the red illusion or something, we were freaking out. And I was freaking out, what if Trump doesn't leave? But when those kids were waving, they knew. They were thinking about how much trouble they could be in. Were the police ready to escort him out if he didn't leave? You wonder where Biden would legislate from. Yeah, I know. We're all still trying to process the past 4 years, Cheryl. Yeah, in Canada was looking on and thank you Canadians and people from other countries that have been praying for America, because it does work and we're still here and we're still a democracy. As much as we're hobbling along, we're still a democracy. So we're very, very, very grateful for all the prayers. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. It helps me somehow. Craziness. I'm gonna change course a little bit, and I'm gonna ask the cards, because this has been on my mind a lot. Are people gonna get nicer, or are people gonna keep going down this road of being horrible? Is that gonna wane? The guides just said yes when there are more hard things happening. Because when somebody's sinking just in life, when they're going through a hard time, then they'll be nice. I'm not saying terrible things are coming, but I'm just saying, I'm asking the cards, this is the question, are people going to get nicer to each other in general? And what I get, I see more than, I see 271 thumbs up. Thank you for being aware of that. Yeah, I see 272. Thank you. You guys are awesome. When people are down, they reach out to their neighbors and they're nice. Think about it. Aren't you nicer when you need help? This is why it's important to say hi to your neighbors, right? Because you might need them someday. So I feel like people will start to get nicer in general. Just because we need each other. See, look, it's in the Two of Cups. I really do think, I'm going to ask this question too. I think people have short fuses because our brains are changing. Let me explain. I think people are, part of the reason people have short fuses, there's many reasons. But one is that we're always looking at technology. We're always looking at a phone screen. And it makes your brain like go too fast. That's Annette's theory of the insanity. What do you think? People, so far people are meaner. Yeah, well my question is, are they going to get less mean? And the real test is to be nicer when you don't need help. Yeah, if you're just nice in general. Like you guys, if I was needing some help, I know you would help me because you helped me in the chat. Right? What goes around comes around. So let's see if people are going to get nicer. Yeah, well, you know, it's like these, I get, yes. We're going to see examples of people being nice. We know the law of contrast says we have negative things. And the law of contrast is it makes us see how much that we want to put a lot of energy into the opposite. So we see a lot of hateful things. Yeah, our brains are short fusing. They're short circuiting. When we see hateful things, it makes us want to create more loving things. Yeah. Yeah, there's something happening. I'm kind of concerned about the generations that are being born that don't know a world without smartphones. Hasn't been that long, really. And life is much easier when you're nice to people, and life is much easier when you don't have to go around apologizing for heinous behavior because you don't engage in heinous behavior, right? Common sense. But the Ten of Pentacles is saying, yes, people will get more generous. Aw, Dale, you're gonna make me cry. People will get nicer. How long is it gonna take? Will people be nicer in 20... Can we think of a slogan for 2023? Will people start to get nicer over the holiday season? Not seeing that so much. Will people start to get nicer because some celebrities or big name people start to kind of lead the way on that? Getting a yes. No, it's not hard to tap into my intuition when I'm looking at the screen. Oh, you mean for people? I actually see, and this is a strong yes, people that are... The holidays don't have to bring stress. That's a choice, right? I mean, I'm not saying that's not personal directed at you, but I'm just saying it is a choice. I'm feeling like there are going to be some kind of celebrity type people that showcase kindness, and that's where it's going to come from. I mean, back a long time ago, there were songs about that, like Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All. That's about self-love, which it all comes from self-love. We need to call it out when it happens, and we need to also create more places for people to go where they feel like they belong, right? Where there's inclusivity, because you know all those heinous shootings pretty much are, you know, men of the same kind of age that feel like they don't belong. Thank you, it's a Marshall's find. So what's, I'm trying to think of, I got some guidance about this today. That when we have pockets of communities, when we build like pods in our communities of people having a place to go, the hateful rhetoric is awful, but it makes us see how important it is to be loving. We are the world. Yeah, there were a lot of songs. What was the Dionne Warwick? What the world needs now is love. Yeah, there were songs. There were songs, and that brings to mind that my friend Sean Galloway and I are planning to do a concert I didn't get back to him yet. I meant to get back to him. We were planning a concert for December 22nd. He has a song, my friend Sean Galloway, Gallaway. I know him from living in Nashville. And his song is called We Choose Love. So we need more. Yes, this is a Marshall's find. All you need is love. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The Beatles. Imagine. I always say, John Lennon left a legacy of some beautiful, amazing songs that changed the world. And let us remember, John Lennon died from gun violence. We Are the World was an amazing time. If you were here on the planet and you saw what happened with We Are the World, with USA for Africa, that was it was such a remarkable... Bono talks about it. In the interview with Stephen Colbert, Bono talks about it. Feed the World. Yeah. What happened? We still have that. Can I get some Marvin Gaye in the house, please? Yeah, yesterday, I know, I did post that. Yesterday was the anniversary of John Lennon's death. So I do see that kind of a thing coming back. And, so the concert I'm going to have with my friend Sean on the 22nd, I'll tell you all about it as it gets a little bit closer, which is going to be pretty soon, right? It's already the 9th. Okay, so people want to know about Kevin McCarthy. I have been getting consistently that he's not going to be speaker. Great music out of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The Friendship Train. And then there was Cat Stevens. What was this train song? Peace Train. Yeah, We Are the World was amazing. Okay. So Kevin McCarthy. Let's just ask the pendulum. I keep getting no. Let's see if it changed. Will Kevin McCarthy be Speaker of the House? No! I don't know why I just keep saying no. Why'd you lose a few things lately? Those of you who don't usually come to my lives, I just have to apologize for all the distractions, but I do my best. It's a party, right? So we're all talking. It's a birthday party, so we're all talking. The Coca-Cola song I'd like to teach the world to sing. Hakeem will be. Is Kevin McCarthy going to be Speaker of the House? No. Oh yeah, Barbra Streisand, People Who Need People Are the Luckiest People in the World. Here we go with the songs, it's great. Okay, somebody's got the info on the cell phones. Do override our circuits and damages the central nervous system. So, John Baptiste has a song called Freedom. Nice. Yeah, so as much as you can, take breaks from your cell phone, because it does have an effect on your brain. Yeah, well, I'll read on Cinema, but what do you want to know about Kirsten Cinema? I need a question. People are people. I'd like to teach the world the same. Anyway, when I do my concert with my friend Sean on the 22nd, and I'll tell you more about that when we firm up the details, we'll probably be singing some of those songs, but we'd have to do that in a Zoom room because YouTube will take us down. Is Kevin McCarthy going to be Speaker of the House? No, it just keeps saying no. Is it because of January 6th? Is it because of January 6th? No. Even though I have read on Kevin McCarthy's involvement on January 6th on the insurrection, and I've gotten that he was, what I have seen in my mind's eye is Kevin McCarthy giving the insurrectionists a tour the day before, and I get a yes on that. Okay, so the question, Linda Gordon saying, will Cinema caucus with Democrats? Well, here's the deal with Cinema. Kirsten Cinema she's a puppet of corporate interests. Yeah, she, they kind of held the space, her and Manchin, but subscribe to Michael Moore's newsletter, and he's on Substack. Subscribe because he had a pretty good... Well, it's not going to be Kevin McCarthy who will be Speaker of the House. It's not. Hakeem, definitely. People in Arizona cannot stand Kyrsten Sinema. Was McCarthy giving tours to the insurrectionists? Yes, I do see. Yes, it is Hakeem. I got yes. Sinema feels like she can get... I feel like she's a bottomless pit in terms of no money is enough. Yeah, thank you for all the thumbs up. Really, seriously, it's a great birthday present. You're singing to me? See, I have to look that up, Lisa Sharp. I don't know how she can just switch. The reason I brought up Devin Nunes earlier was that he was serving his role in Congress and then he just left to go work for Truth Social. Real quick, I'm going to ask, we'll get back to Sinema, maybe, if it's interesting enough. Is Truth Social going to fail? Well, not right away, but yes. Yeah, Meghan McCain, I don't know. I think John McCain is probably rolling over in his grave. Lieberman changed parties, but wasn't it like in between? I don't know. I don't know enough about that. Okay, let's see. What I have gotten, and if you've been following me at all, you know that I've gotten that the Republicans are not going to keep the House. Are the Republicans going to keep the House? No, they're not. At least Meghan McCain isn't running for anything. I usually catch Jimmy Kimmel the next day at least. Thank you. Manchin won't switch. I don't get that. When will we see some action? Well, the January 6th committee report is coming out. The fridge? What are you guys talking about? The fridge? If you watch me on Bridge Cape Ann with Corey, you know that I don't really answer questions about inflation and prices. Merely because I find it boring. That's all. It's just me. It's not personal. Megan is running for what? The fridge? Oh, I totally missed that. Okay. You guys, be nice. No, I won't be working with Linda G again. Okay. Are the Republicans going to keep the House? No. The report's coming out on December 21st. Okay. That's the week that I'm seeing Trump indicted. Will Trump be indicted when the report gets released? No, not when it gets released. Will Trump be indicted that same week? I already got a yes on that. Yes. You have a home phone? Lovely. It's good to have two phones, right? Get a really strong yes on Trump being indicted. Will the January 6th committee do any more work after the report is finalized? Yes. That's interesting. The January 6th committee will do more work even after the report is finalized. That's a big yes. Do you read, Mario? Do you read cards? I'm just curious to know how you saw it. Maybe you just have a feeling. How many Republicans will be in trouble because of the insurrection? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12, at least 12. At least 12 will be in trouble because of the insurrection. No, that's just me, Carrie. That's just me. I mean, I'm not saying anything because she didn't want to work with me anymore. Sorry, I'm answering a few questions. For no reason, just no reason. Anyway, I'm kind of having a little private conversation here. I see about 12 people being in trouble for January 6th that are in the Republican Party. I'm going to pick 3 cards about that. I'm going to pick 3 cards about the aftermath of the January 6th committee releasing its report. Let's see. The Lover card. I've gotten the Lover card a lot. Bye. I've gotten the Lover card a lot when it comes to the January 6th committee, and that stands for the love. Yeah, 12. 12 Republicans in trouble for January 6th. The love for our country. The 3 of Pentacles has... Well, this is interesting because I'm reading about the aftermath of the January 6th committee releasing their report. And I've seen Joe Biden in the course of the timeline, in the 4 years that he's president, I see Joe Biden appointing 4 justices to the Supreme Court. I said that a long time ago, and it remains consistent. So after the January 6th committee releases their report, I have the Lover card. Our love for country and democracy is going to get really strong because things become more cherished when we risk or when we've witnessed that we almost lost them. If you've ever almost lost somebody, yeah, I don't know who the Democrats were that were involved in it. I don't know, Mimi. It was we can talk about it privately, but I don't know what happened. She just got mad for I couldn't understand why. It didn't make any sense. Well, Trump be indicted for treason. That's a good question. I think Ari Melber was saying that he wrote the foreword for the January 6th committee report. Yeah, you're right. I'm reading more. Yeah, you can pre-order it. Go ahead and pre-order it. Anyway, so that's okay. Mimi asked the question and I just told her. The Lover card, it's going to make us feel much more in love with our democracy. We will cherish our democracy. Well, Mario, I'm not really picking up on Democrats involved in the insurrection. I've never picked up on that. You have beer bottles. They're having a big night at the restaurant. 3 of Pentacles is about rebuilding from scratch what we had. And the Strength card. It's going to make our country stronger. It's going to make our democracy... I can't believe how loud those bottles are. It's going to make our democracy stronger. I'm going to go over there and tell them how much noise they're making. The January 6th committee report is going to make our democracy stronger. Well, it makes sense, right? When we see how criminal some of the people in positions of power have been, how treasonous and how traitorous. Let's see. Oh, yeah, but I don't feel that there were Democrats involved in the insurrection, Mario. So I just got to go with what I feel. And it's not bias. It's that I just have not felt. I'll ask, were there Democrats involved in the insurrection? No. You can hear it in New York. You can hear the beer bottles. That's a strong no. Democrats were not involved in the insurrection. In the actual insurrection. Nope. Yes, yeah, doesn't it makes you feel like, things are hopping on Main Street, the beer bottle dump. I think they have no idea how loud it is. But then again, why would they even think that there was a psychic doing a live stream? Okay. There's a gazillion questions to ask. We're going to ask, yeah, Mario, that's what I got, just so you know. We're going to ask about Elon Musk. What the heck? By the way, they busted a coup in Germany. I can't believe we're not talking about that. Oh, I'm off Facebook. I'm definitely off Facebook. I've been off Facebook for over a year now. I'll tell the restaurant you're fans of the beer bottle dump. In Germany, I would eat probably cod. Now you're making me hungry. In Germany, yeah. So what's so fascinating about that to me is that we have been visualizing and praying the domestic terrorist threats and plans are stopped before they happen. Yeah, find out more about that the coup that almost happened in Germany. As the light rises up, these things are going to get taken down. These things already are out there and exist. Yeah, I thought there was some kind of a coup that was broken up somewhere in South America too. Somebody's celebrating a birthday with beer. So we're going to look at 3 cards about that. The coup that was interfered with in Germany. The reason I'm bringing that up is that Elon Musk, that kind of brought that into my mind. Who's paying for the unrest in all these countries? Well, it's big dark money. It's pretty evil. Benjamin, you're here. And Glenn just showed up. You guys must be someplace where it's earlier than Eastern time. Some of you. Yeah, okay. This is okay. This is interesting. Very interesting, because I'm reading about the coup in Germany, and I have the 9 of Swords, which is there's a really nefarious dark force there. Unfortunately, I feel like they didn't get them all. The 4 of Cups is okay. We have to recognize the good in this. The 4 of Cups is kind of like it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. It's really, really bad and it's really, really scary, but at least it's being exposed. So we have to really look at that rather than getting really. Thank you, Sandra. That's sweet. Rather than getting really upset about it, and I wish everybody well. I love all the psychics on YouTube. I wish everybody. Is it buffering? I wish everybody well. If I'm buffering, let me know. I don't want to be talking to people if they can't even tell what I'm saying. So the coup in Germany, there's some really scary, scary, scary stuff. And every single, thank you for letting me know there's no buffering on your end. Church of Spirituality every Sunday, if you only just watch a little bit of it on my channel here, there's a whole prayer that I read every single week. Why does beer make you dizzy? Is that a psychic question? So the 9 of Swords is that it's really scary what we find out, but let's not let our imaginations run away with us in terms of, oh my gosh, that's so scary. Don't go hide under the covers. Because it's being exposed so that it can be shut down. Thank you for letting me know. It's every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm live, but you can watch any of my Church of Spirituality services. They're all on my channel. Right here. And this past Sunday marked 2 years of Church of Spirituality. Glenn, check your Wi-Fi, because I'm getting reports that I'm not buffering, which makes me very happy. Yes, thank you for watching. And I have such a hard time, I don't think I've really gotten 1,000 people to view Church of Spirituality, and I'd really like to. That's my wish for my birthday, to grow it. Yellow Table Tales needs some prayers. Come to Church of Spirituality too, because we do pray for one another. Let's see. Okay, and Christina says, Joanne, House rules. There must be a special election to replace any representatives not finishing their terms. The governor of that specific state chooses a replacement of a senator. Church of Spirituality is every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Somebody's experiencing buffering on their phone. My Wi-Fi is touch and go, so if it gets too bad, we'll just say good night. Elon Musk. You might be right, up to gate 88. Okay, Elon Musk. It's really fascinating that Elon Musk sunk $44 billion. You saw Garland and Josh Hawley? Oh, well, he's got it coming to him. We'll look at that. $44 billion to buy a social media company, and then he lets it disintegrate. I did not eat my peeps. They're home. I'm just trying to remember if my peeps are here. People are sending me Christmas peeps. We have gingerbread men, and we have snowmen, and we have Christmas stockings, and we have Christmas trees, I think. Yeah, they make peeps. They used to just make peeps for Easter. So Elon Musk buys Twitter for $44 billion just to crash it. We're going to take a look at that, because it's a little bit suspicious to crash it and to make it a racist, supremacist hate platform. I mean, aside from the horribleness of it, it's pretty fascinating. What is going on there? I think Warren might have been busy tonight. What is going on there? Yeah, Warren's usually here. Thank you, Judy. Elon Musk. Well, the Nine of Swords is coming up again, so I can tell you I see, because this just came up around the German coup, and it's coming up around Elon Musk, and it's connected. And it's connected. Yes, come to Church of Spirituality. That would be great. Our theme for the month of December is our spiritual rebirth. We need that. The universe, the karma is going to come back and bite Elon Musk. He's been up to some nefarious stuff. Entertainment purposes only. You never know who's watching. This Seven of Wands indicates that he's going to sneak away from it. I've always got that he would just... Yeah, it's connected. I got this very same card about the German coup. It's connected. And somebody mentioned, and it is true, I wasn't aware of it until I heard someone mention it, that when they busted the plans for the German coup, yeah, it's Q related too. When they busted up the plans to overthrow the German government in a coup, did anyone notice this? Elon Musk kind of disappeared. He stopped tweeting. I don't know if he's back tweeting again, but anyway... I'm seeing Elon Musk continuing to fade off into the distance. And a while back I got that he was going to sell Twitter. I don't know what it's worth anymore. Is Elon Musk going to fade off into the distance? Okay. Is there a connection? For entertainment purposes only. Is there a connection between Elon and the German? Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's weird. I think I need to pull 3 more cards about that. Was he using Twitter to communicate with the terrorists? Oh my gosh. Is he tweeting? What's he tweeting now? Well, there was a little bit of a break though. All the people he fired should get together and create a new platform. Actually, Lisa Sharp, I did get that. It was on a show with Corey, and I said, this is right after he bought it, and it started to fall apart. Maybe not right after, but I got that, I think I was arguing with Corey about it, that I saw a Twitter 2. Not that it would be called Twitter 2, but it was just seemed like a new version of Twitter. For entertainment purposes only, I get that there was a connection, but I'm just a psychic, just telling you my psychic impressions. Crazy. I've wondered if he's going to have a breakdown too. And I always got when he bought Twitter, there was a back and forth, like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? And then he had a moment which felt like, the moment when you buy a car that you think is going to be great, but it turns out to be a lemon. He's been quiet, right? It's not just me. And I'm not even on Twitter. Is the right-wing movement really all Q? I don't think it's all Q. So I kept on saying that Elon Musk, people were like, why did he buy Twitter? And I just felt like he just wanted to be the big man on campus. But I'm getting that there's more. There's actually more to the equation besides that, in addition to that. 3 cards about what's going to happen to Twitter. That was revealing. I see a new, I see new people running Twitter. I see Elon Musk kind of burning it to the ground, and then new people coming. New people working. I see it being, maybe he's Q. I don't know about that. I don't think he's Q. I'll look. I see a new Twitter. I see a new social media platform that's like Twitter. The next generation of Twitter. Is Elon Q? No, Elon's not Q. Is Q a real person? What's spoutable? Is Q a real person? No. I get that Q is not a real person. Yeah, I don't feel like, I know that, I don't know anybody who's into QAnon. I don't live in a place where there's a lot of that. Fortunately. Count my blessings, right? Hello, Amanda, where you been? I'm usually on Friday nights. I've been pretty consistent. Yeah, Q is not a person. I don't get that it's a person. But wasn't there a time when everyone was asking where Q is? Thank you. Let's see. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Shall we look? Apparently, Midas Touch has they were recommending PSYOPs. Glenn, I don't know if you saw that. I'm a little afraid to watch it. Sounds like a Bond movie, I know. Watch Midas Touch. Midas Touch, those guys were great. They thought it was Flynn. They thought Q was Flynn. Michael Flynn. Actually, before we look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, thank you, Judith Dion. Good to see you. Make sure you sign up for my Winter Solstice event on December 17th. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Go to my website and sign up for the Winter Solstice event. We need to conjure up the spirit of Christmas. Or of the holidays. I don't mean Christmas. I mean the solstice. Just slipped out. Okay, first we're going to look. Wait. We'll look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know, it's not easy. Watch Midas touch. No, Q. That's funny. Amanda thought I was asking if Elon Musk was cute. No, if he's cute. Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're going to look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. I have always seen her in huge trouble around the insurrection. Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's going on with that? By the way, you can donate to me on my website too. Not here on my channel because I'm stupid and I don't have it set up that way. Hang on. Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's in bed with some, I don't mean literally, but maybe. She's, Marjorie Taylor Greene has got agreements going on. The Chariot is law enforcement rushing in and breaking up those agreements. And the Page of Cups looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to see if she can talk her way out of it. Hey, Susan. It's a long video. What I get about Marjorie Taylor Greene is she's in bed with somebody. It's a corruption thing. Well, Orban in Hungary. She has a new boyfriend. Well, I don't mean literally. I mean like in the business sense. You know how they say so and so's in bed with so and so, and they're talking about doing backdoor deals, business. She definitely is, but the just DOJ is on to her. They have a lot of evidence on her. Yeah, well, thanks Australia for sending us prayers, Pammy Rose. And the Page of Cups. Yeah, the DOJ has Marjorie Taylor Greene's business dealings, documents about that. Elon is cozy with Putin. Yeah, I don't know, politics makes for strange bedfellows. I like it. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. I hadn't heard that before. Yes, it makes us happy for sure. She'll be one of the indicted. Yeah. Who was the other one that I was going to read on? Remind me. Yes, she'll be indicted. The pendulum is saying yes, she'll be indicted. Big time. Big time. Wow. Was it Flynn? Well, because there isn't any good in her, Amanda. That's why you feel like there's nothing good in... I mean, we see people being horrible, and we can't deny they're being horrible. No, Marjorie Taylor Greene did not put the pipe bombs in place. I really have always gotten that was somebody that was in one of those... that was associated with Proud Boys or Oath Keepers. Really. Thank you, Julie. Nice. It was Josh Hawley we were going to look at. That's who it was. The mob ring just keeps getting better. It's a mob ring, all right. It most certainly is. Bobert's in trouble too. Thomas, yeah. All right, we have a little more time. I'm going to cut it off at 2 hours, but we have a little more time. There's no good in Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, that's what it was. Josh Hawley. We'll look at that. Am I correct in my impression that the pipe bombs were just people that were part of the Oath Keepers, people that were just part of a domestic terrorist group? Yeah, I feel like it was just like one of the yahoos, from one of those domestic terrorist groups. Ted Cruz in trouble? Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I get that the pipe bombs were left by. I see a man and a woman involved in that, and I see them involved with those domestic terrorist groups. Oh, Colorado's doing a recount of Lauren Boebert. That's right. I totally forgot about that. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene was probably bullied. You know, and Carrie Lake, I get, was really bullied in school and just made up her mind she was just going to, like, plow through anything for the rest of her life. Yeah, I get the pipe bombs were people that were just associated, thank you, Susan, that were just associated with the domestic terrorist groups. Crazy. Count our blessings. Stuart Rhodes is going to prison. Well, that's a long word. The story of one sky. No, I don't have any. I don't. This channel is not monetized. But thank you for wanting to. You can donate on my website if you like. I just don't have it set up on YouTube. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Thank you. Louis DeJoy. I've so had it with the post office. I have ranted about that. I got that Louis DeJoy will be removed in the spring. That's, yeah, my video is not monetized. That's why you can't see. I haven't been able to figure it out. And Marjorie Taylor Greene's yearbook has said she was the one who will most likely go to jail. That's hilarious. Thank you, LB Studio. I feel like I'm having a party with my friends, because I am. Jim Jordan will be one, absolutely. Mastodon, the next generation of Twitter. I don't like that name at all. I don't even know what it is. I just don't like the name. Josh Hawley. I know, Corey keeps telling me to monetize, and the thing is that you have to have ads. Do you guys get ads when you go into my videos? Glenn, I got before, I read about it before, I got that DeJoy would be done in the spring. Yeah, Mastodon is the name of a dinosaur. I don't like the name at all. Yeah, Stuart Rhodes is going to jail. Let's talk about all the good things. No ads. I don't want any ads. That's part of it. Okay. Is Josh Hawley going to be indicted? Yes. We're just going to do it like this. If you don't see ads with other readers, it's likely that you subscribe to premium. Josh Hawley will be indicted. Thank you, Michelle, for donating to my website, and for anybody who has. Yeah, Mastodon was a hairy elephant prehistoric times, right? I like being your friends too. Your friend too. I don't know how Glenn is getting no ads. Because you would get ads. If you ever watch Bridge Cape Ann, you would get ads. You might be on a premium subscription without knowing it. Is Ted Cruz going to be indicted? Yes. I like the way it is too, Cheryl Clark. I keep things simple. You might, Amanda, have premium and not know it. Gotta check your records. Is, who else are we asking about? Lauren Boebert gonna get indicted? Yes! Yes! Ted Cruz, yes. There are more, right? I want to ask, is Michael Flynn going to be imprisoned? Oh, I get that Mike Flynn is going to prison. That's pretty strong. Switching topics. I could rant on this, but I'm not going to. Oh, Jim Jordan. I was going to ask about Jim Jordan. Thank you, Warren. Warren's here. Where you been? Switching topics, I'm pretty annoyed that the news channels are talking about Ron DeSantis as if he's a viable candidate for president of the United States. Honestly, is Ron DeSantis going to run for president? It's telling me no. You're welcome. Ron DeSantis going to be in legal trouble? Yes, I don't feel like Ron DeSantis is going to is going to run for president. I feel like he's going to be in trouble. Okay. Mark Meadows. Is Mark Meadows going to prison? Yes. Cinema has a lobbyist job waiting. She might as well call herself a lobbyist. Thank you, Glenna. Yes, sadly, Ted Cruz's daughter was harming herself. I hope he tends to his family. I mean, that's just really, really, really upsetting to me. Is Clark going to jail? Yes. The pendulum is kind of like pretty big. Pretty big on that. Pretty big swing. Jim Jordan. Is Jim Jordan going to go to prison? Yes. Yes, I get Jim Jordan too. DeJoy's leaving in the spring. That's what I've gotten. You know, and I hate that about, I mean, maybe it was kept quiet in the news about Ted Cruz's daughter, but honestly, yeah, it looks like Jim Jordan's going to prison. Yeah, honestly, I mean, if you have a good father, be grateful. Jordan's just a bad guy. I mean, Ted Cruz, I feel sorry for that child that Ted Cruz is her father. Remember when he went off to Cancun and then he blamed it on his children? What kind of father does that? And then Donald Trump said something about his wife, that his wife was ugly, and he just sucked up to Trump. I mean, there's not much further low you can go. Detestable. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Psychically, I feel like Ted Cruz smells bad. Physically, smells bad. Oh, Lindsey Graham. We're in the segment of the program when we see who's going to jail, or according to the pendulum. He elbowed his wife while hugging Trump. He didn't. Krista, is that true? Is that true? You retracted it. Lindsey Graham. Oh, Matt Gaetz has got to go to prison. Let's ask about Matt Gaetz first. Is Matt Gaetz going to prison? I'm getting a yes on that. I think Beto eventually will win. Well, what was funny about when I said psychically I pick up the Ted Cruz smells bad, and it was just a psychic impression. Didn't I ask about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Then somebody sent me a message or wrote in the chat that they heard that Ted Cruz's college roommates used to complain that he smelled bad. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but that was the impression that I got. Is Matt Gaetz going to prison? I got a yes on that. His friend there, Greenberg or something? His friend. Are you saying Lady G because you want me to do a collab? Matt Gaetz is going to prison. Thank you, Hungarian Aquarian. Honestly, I was like, should I go out tonight and do something, or should I do my vid in the vid one? I went and got a sandwich. He looks like he smells bad. That's what I thought. I thought that Ted Cruz looks like he smells bad. Love and light to Ted Cruz's daughter. Absolutely. Let's pray for her. Today's my birthday. Oh yeah, Al Franken. I think Al Franken is the best. I am enjoying myself, Warren. I should be going out and enjoying myself. What do you think I'm doing? I have my party dress on? You're funny. Lady G, yeah, I know what Lady G is. I'm not gonna. I was just asking you, did you mean should I collaborate? That I should collaborate with her? Thank you, Connie B. Who did I leave out in terms of are they going to jail? Thank you, Marshalls. I bought it for Thanksgiving, but then I ended up not wearing it for I didn't go anywhere for Thanksgiving. All right, so there was a whole bunch of people that we got were going to jail. I think Mark Meadows is in a huge amount of trouble. Charles Flynn. Well, let's ask about. No, I got that Mike Flynn was going. Yes, I did get Lindsey Graham. That's who I left out. I do get that Michael Flynn is going to prison. Is Lindsey Graham going to? Oh, I see. They're calling Lindsey Lady G. Okay, I was confused because there is a psychic on YouTube called Lady G. All right, that makes more sense. Thank you for clearing that up. You had steak for Thanksgiving. I had smart food. I did. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, I'm very festive tonight. Is Lindsey Graham going to jail? Wow, it looks... No, it was, I went to dinner with a couple of my sisters last Sunday, and it was really special. Wow, it's... I don't know. I'm going to take a look at 3 cards. Yeah, Autumn, I've reached out to Autumn before. Thank you. No response. Milu, I reached out to. He forgot about me. I guess the universe just wants me to be by myself. I'm going to pick 3 cards about all these people supposedly going to prison, just for more information on that. It's for the good of the United States. These cards keep coming up. These are the same cards that I got for... Was it Trump? Yeah, the universe, this is about karma. This is a universe is going to make sure that they are taken out of positions of harming us. I did read on the Trump kids earlier. Let me go back and see. They're delusional, thinking that they're going to get away with everything. The ability to be alone is a condition for the ability to love. That's beautiful. I believe that. Yes, I did. Actually, yeah, thank you, Electrostorm. What I did, these are the Llewellyn tarot cards. He reached out back to me, and we're going to do something in January. We have nothing planned yet. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. There's nothing against me, Luke. He forgot. I was just kind of laughing about it. This is about the people that are going to jail. The universe will have its way with them. And the star card is about the United States, preserving the United States. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Thank you, you're sweet. I love that handle. Oh, okay. Kevin the Healing Medium. I've heard that name before. And the 7 of Wands is the United States rebuilding. It looks like people are going to jail. So, if you want to push that along, just visualize it. Our 20 on Tuesdays is an amazing guided meditation time. Lady G is Lindsey Graham. I had not heard that before. Now I know. This video time is so educational. I think we'll call it a night at the 120-minute mark. Did I ask? I asked if so many people are going to jail that I can't remember what I said about Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't remember half the things I say anyway. In a reading, in a channeling. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene going to jail? Yes. Sagittarians are walker. I used to be a big runner. I'm a walker now. Walking is much more relaxing. Oh, Linda, you're sweet. Jack and Coke birthday cocktail tonight. I don't drink anymore. Okay. What else do you want to know? I don't think Bill Barr is going to jail, and the reason I don't think he's going to jail is because I think he's just going to spill everything. I'm proud of Michael Cohen for what he's doing. I'm really proud of Michael Cohen for what Michael Cohen's doing. I mean, he really became a public servant. Mea culpa is a really appropriate name for his podcast. Oh, and while I'm talking about it, I was pretty astounded by Rachel Maddow's Ultra. Oh, thank you, Tish. She sent me a birthday gift. PsychicNetDion.com. Anyway, our 20 on Tuesdays, which you can sign up on my website also, we visualize a healed America and also a healed world. Because when one country heals, it has an effect on the collective. And I think if we're really paying attention, we're seeing that, you know, we are this collective energy, and what happens in one place is kind of happening in another place, and things are shifting and changing quite a bit. So let's decide how we're going to wrap up. And then I'll go do something fun. I promise. Warren thinks I should go out. Well, since it's a Friday night, there'll be music, so I might actually go. I don't know what AOC infestation means. Oh, I don't have anything against collaborating. Every Wednesday night. Well, I guess it's not a collab. Bridge Cape Ann, check out our show. If you think this is long, it's really long. Until you meet again, build a snowman if you have snow. We don't have snow here. Michael Cohen took the bullet for Trump. Being investigated by the House committee. What's the first part of your question, Kelly Mack? Because so I saw AOC in infestation. I'm like, what's an investigation? Oh, thank you, Amanda. Rachel Maddow has a podcast called Ultra. That is bound to happen when we're doing a live chat and we're coming up on 2 hours. I'll be like, I won't even finish my sentence. Rainbows and unicorns and sparkles. Yeah, let's do it. Do you want me to do a collective? Thank you, Glenn, for being here. Let's do a collective few cards to get us through the weekend. But before, let me do an ad. PsychicNetDion.com is where you can sign up for our group, Grassroots of Democracy. It's been almost a year that we've met every week, twice. Grassroots of Democracy, you can sign up to receive the program for the weekly Church of Spirituality, 1 p.m. Eastern Time every single Sunday. And I am doing Christmas services too. You know, and everybody's invited. You can be Jewish and come to the Christmas service. It's about bringing in the light. So there's that. 20 on Tuesdays, you can sign up for that. We also do a discussion group on Tuesdays following our guided meditation where we go over the sacred readings from Sunday. If you'd like to book a reading, I almost forgot. If you'd like to book a reading, same place. And let's pull 3 cards for the collective before we say good night. Thumbs up before we close, and thank you for all the thumbs up. Christmas Eve is Amanda's birthday. Join us for Church of Spirituality. That's on a Saturday night now. Thank you, Joanna. Oh, and the winter solstice event. We need to bring in the spirit of the holiday, bring in the spirit of the solstice. John is a Sagittarius too. Happy birthday in a couple days. I will have a drink of water. I quit drinking a year ago. Totally. Just felt like I drank enough and it was just time to stop. Is there a Santa Claus? You gotta watch our show from Wednesday night. Yeah. Solstice. Susan, please do me a favor. Susan, I'm begging you to not skip watching the Church of Spirituality because of the word church. You're missing out. You're missing out. I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just saying I kept it that name to mean fellowship. Okay, 3 cards for the collective energy. Please sign up for the Winter Solstice Gathering. Who's this? Susan, I'll give you $10 off the Solstice Gathering if you promise to watch Church of Spirituality. So there. Church means fellowship and togetherness. It doesn't mean... Thank you, Cheryl. Good living. Oh, thank you, up to gate 88. Miley gets confused. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. It's not in the, thank you, Kelly. It's not in the contemporary sense. Sorry, I just need to go off on this little rant. Tangent, not a rant. Thank you, Mimi. I kept the word church because I want people to experience a healing. We need spiritual fellowship. So a healing around is a simple word. It's just a word, right? We don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater because of one word. I'm just saying, in general. So, nice. Bron the Blessed and Rhiannon. I love these cards. The Emperor and the Empress. We're going to see things come into balance in the next few days after a long journey. We've been through a long journey together. Words have a lot of power, and that's what we talk about at Church of Spirituality. That's exactly what we talk about. And actually in January, I can't believe how many things I'm doing. We're having, there's a series of classes in January on Saturdays about, I understand the PTSD. I definitely understand it. It's spiritual. We talk about words having power. That's the crux of it. Law of Attraction classes related to Law of Attraction every Saturday in January. Don't eat yellow snow, Chuck says. So the Emperor and the Empress, we're going to see things come into a nice balance. I know Neptune just went direct, right? Am I right about that? Hang on a second. Something about Neptune went direct, so it's going to get a little bit more sane. Believe it or not. And the Seven of Wands is, after a long journey, we're going to come into a time of like, exhale, peace and love and harmony. Please stay in touch with me because I've got so many things going on. Mercury goes retrograde on December 29th. That's always okay. Mercury retrograde is a good time to just slow everything down. Don't believe all the bad things you've heard about Mercury retrograde. I love you guys. I don't even want to say goodbye, but I'm going to say goodbye. And go down and check out some live music. Go dancing or something. All right. You guys are awesome. Stay in touch. I love you. I'll be back real soon. Join me on Sunday. Namaste. And happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday this month too. Bye.